What does it taste like? A real brownie? Oh, thank you. Hello and welcome to my Keto Kitchen. Today, we're going to make the most mouth-watering brownie you have had on the keto diet, okay? I figured out, why do brownies just not taste as good as a box brownie? There's just something missing. I think I figured it out. We're gonna go through it today. I'm gonna show you how to make the best keto brownie you've ever seen or ever tasted right here, right now. So let's get started. The first thing we need is 2 sticks of butter, which equals 1 cup of melted butter. Now, I have taken the liberty of putting my butter in a pot, put it on the stove, and I melted it down. Once your butter is completely melted, we're going to add 1/2 cup, your choice of sugar-free chocolate chips. This is Lily's semi-sweet chocolate chips. You need 1/2 cup. We're gonna pour it in with the butter. The butter is still really warm, so we want the chocolate chips to melt down. So I am going to stir this until it has completely melted down. I put it back on the stove top for just a minute to make sure we were completely melted down. So now that we have completely melted the chocolate chips and the butter, and I think the chocolate chips is the reason homemade brownies don't taste like box brownies. You need the melted chocolate. Right here I have 1 1/2 cups of granular allulose. Going to pour that in there and mix it up. Now, if you need to take this back to the stove top, do it, because you do not want anything looking granular. You can see the grains in the sugar. That's not what you want. You want it completely smooth. So I'm gonna put this back on the stove top for just a minute and make sure I get rid of all the granular looking texture in this butter chocolate mixture. Okay, next step. I have a bowl right here. I'm going to pour all of this chocolatey goodness over into my bowl. Now, we need a whisk. I am going to break 4 eggs, 1 at a time, into this mixture. And I'm going to beat it in. Number 2. Number 3. And number 4. Okay, now that we have a beautiful, very thick mixture, I'm going to pour in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Once again, I'm going to whisk it up. Moving on to dry ingredients. Here is a pinch of salt, which is like 1/8 teaspoon. 3/4 cup of cocoa powder. Here I'm going to switch from a whisk back to a spatula. And 1 cup of my cakes and cookies flour, which is 110 grams. And I am going to mix this up as carefully as I can. I make a mess. I just do. That's me. I make a mess. I always have. So just be ready. And we're going to mix this until we no longer see any of our dry ingredients. You do not want to beat this with a mixer or a hand mixer, okay? Do this by hand. Make sure you get at the bottom of the bowl and flip the spatula, because sometimes some of the flours and the different powders are sitting at the bottom of the bowl. Okay, it is completely mixed. Now, set that aside. I have a 9 by 13 dish that I am going to pour this into. Now let's smooth it out over this entire dish. Okay, this is going into my oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. All of the ingredients will be listed in the description box below, as well as baking temperature and time. So I will be right back. I almost forgot to say that this brownie needs to bake for only 25 minutes. It does not need any more baking time than that. And look at this gorgeous brownie. I'm going to let it set here for a few minutes. It is very, very hot. I will come back, cut into it, and show you the absolute most delicious brownie that you can have on the keto diet right now, 2022. Be right back. Okay, so this has cooled off a little bit. It has not cooled off a lot. I'm just really, really anxious to cut into it and see what it tastes like. So let's do this. I still can't touch the sides. It's still that hot. Yes. Okay. I typically like the brownie on the inside, but we're gonna go with the outside. Ooh, it is hot. And let me give you a close-up of how spectacular this brownie is. And here we go. I'm going to taste it. Oh, it smells. It just smells like a regular brownie. Whoops. My children are laughing at me. That's okay. Oh, it's everything. Oh my word. Okay, come taste this. Okay, come here. Sit right here. Okay, you're gonna taste it for me, okay? Tell me what you think. You like it? Is it good? What's it taste like? A real brownie? Oh, thank you. So we have it from the mouth of babes. It tastes like a real brownie. This is, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. Victoria's Keto Kitchen, stamped all over this thing. This is the best brownie on the internet for a keto dieter. I'm just saying, it is. It just has to be. You just can't beat this. Because it tastes like a regular brownie. Take this to a party, nobody's gonna know. Nobody will have any idea that this is a keto brownie. Nobody. And for a loved one that maybe has diabetes, that's life-threatening, and they just can't have something like this in a traditional form, take this to them as a gift. This would be a sweet blessing around the holiday season. Drop something like this off at someone's house that maybe has diabetes, something like that. They just can't have the sugar. This would be a huge blessing. I hope you enjoyed this. If you make this, I beg you to let us know. Put it down in the comments. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I post every Tuesday and Friday, and you have a blessed day.